So this is the Combat Sabre. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward in its design. It doesn't have any bells, whistles, switches, greeblies, clips or anything else on it. It's not designed to be a wall hanging sabre, it's designed to be a functional sabre. If you're trying to spin a sabre around, throw it in the air, catch it and do all those kind of crazy tricks with it, you don't really want anything that's going to obstruct your hands and your fingers too much. And likewise, if you drop it, you don't want bits pinging off it. In terms of dimensions, the sabre is quite narrow. It's 34mm in diameter and it's 315mm long, so just over a foot, which gives it better balance when spinning, and also if you use two hands for dueling and contact work on the sabre, it makes it a bit easier. As I said before, there aren't really many refinements on the outside other than a charging port. There's also an illuminated switch, and at the front there's 3 radial grooves, which just tells you in your grip when you're getting your hand near the end of the hilt and the start of the blade. So now with the curtains closed, we'll just fire up the sabre just to show you the blade illumination. As you can see, when you press the switch actually lights up as a solid colour. And press and hold to turn it off. The hilts themselves are comprised of 4 pieces. At the bottom you have the pommel, then the battery tube, then the switch block, and then lastly the emitter end. The pommel is hollowed and stepped on the inside and is designed to hold a 28mm speaker. The 4 parts then screw together to make the complete sabre hilt. The plan is in future to have different designs of each of the 4 components so that you're able to build custom designed sabres. These are machined to a very high quality, and when you screw the parts together you can barely, if at all, see the seam lines. Yeah, look at that. These are the heatsinks for the LED modules. They are high power, they do get quite warm, so you want a heatsink that will take the heat away, basically. On the left is a standard size aluminium heatsink, and on the right is the enlarged brass heatsink that the Combat Sabre uses. This again is just to make it more efficient. Blade tips are available as either pointy or blunt, depending on the look you want, and also whether you intend to use it for combative purposes, as some clubs don't allow the pointy ones, so do check first. These are made from a polyurethane resin and are pretty much unbreakable. The blade tips are actually glued in place on the end of the polycarbonate tubes, and as an extra level of protection we've also put an acrylic pin through both sides, and this is also glued in. This again is just to stop the end flying off. Yeah, last time.